Well, by way of Sunset Park, Brooklyn, JW Cortes has served his country as a Marine, he served his city as a member of the MTA Police Department, and he has served his adoring fans as everything from a detective to someone suffering from PTSD. Take a look.
Being back, it's like you're ripped away from your family. And then I know it's sad. It's boring being back home.
Joining me is my fellow Boricua, JW Cortes. Good morning. How are you?
I am good. Happy past Puerto Rican Day celebration, everything.
I see you have your COVID facial hair in full effect. Are we prepping for a new role? What's going on with all that facial hair?
You know what? If the call comes down for me to play a Navy SEAL or something like that, or I don't know, anything, I hope that this pain that I've been doing on my face, called a beard, will come to good use. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, I think I will try to get used to it. I'm so used to seeing you playing someone with such clean cut. Which leads me to my first question, because seeing you in that serious role, I wonder, what is the most impactful role that you have played as an actor? Or have you yet to play that role?
As an actor, I think I have yet to play that role. I think so much of what we have always said within our community is that we need to tell stories told by us, about us, so that they're as truthful and as poignant as possible. So I think I'm still, hoping to play that role. And of course, I have many, in mind that I'd love to play, including Don Pedro Albizu Campos, one of our heroes from Puerto Rico, and just, all these real life Latinos who, some were Medal of Honor winners, some held the highest offices of government. And I think those stories need to be told today, probably more than ever. So I still think I'm primed and I'm ready to do that.
And I can't wait to see it all come to fruition. I'm just going to put that good juju out into the universe. One of the roles you also play, which is actually a huge part of your identity, you are a member of the MTA Police Department. You have served for many years. You've also been very involved in the dynamic that currently exists in our political climate. We've seen in recent events our people sort of take to the streets, not sort of, but they've taken to the streets because they want to be heard. What is your take on the protesting, peaceful and otherwise? Because I see you as someone who kind of has a foot in both worlds, citizen JW, but also police officer JW. So what is your take on what's happened?
That's a really great question. It's been on my mind continuously since all of this really kind of erupted. But even before all of this, I grew up in Sunset Park, Brooklyn, the son of two really proud Puerto Rican parents. And, growing up, I didn't always see someone that looked like me, that sounded like me, being represented in the department. So when I joined the department after my time in the Marine Corps, after coming home from serving in Iraq, I was excited about that possibility that I would be someone that my community would say, vaya, he's one of us, Boricua. Que chévere. Now I can talk to him. Maybe now he won't be as alarmed that I'm playing my salsa too loud or whatever have you, or that we're outside, playing the game of dominoes. That was always an exciting component about the whole neighborhood policing aspect of being a cop. Today, listen, I am deeply, deeply troubled. I'm deeply concerned. I condemn vehemently what that I won't even call him a cop anymore. He's a defendant. What he did. It not only put, the entire United States in great jeopardy, but it put fellow cops in jeopardy. And, my heart goes out to the entire George Floyd family. But I'm also excited. I have done a lot of work within my community, for my community. And today, as a newly elected president of the Detective Rafael Ramos Foundation, we've done much work, and I'm excited for the next chapter of continuing that work inside of our community. And it's something that I think we're far from, being over. You don't get over something like this. Instead, you reflect, you grieve. But I think collectively we sit down with no lip service and we get to work.
I love all of this. I love your philanthropy. I love that you represent Latinos across the tri-state area. Before COVID hit, you booked a role in a feature film, The Patrolman. Can you tell us anything about it? Will this actually come to pass? Will we see you on the big screen?
Marisol, from your mouth to God's ear, I hope so. It was it's gonna happen. You know what? It's gonna happen. We were excited. We had tremendous actors lined up. I was gonna star in this movie playing John Morales, a cop caught up in some stuff in the early '90s. It was a different dynamic in the police department back in those days. But we had Isa Morales locked on. We had John Ortiz locked on. Potentially, we had a really, really famous Boricua starlet who's currently dating a politician, possibly lined up to play my wife. So all of these things were happening. It was really exciting. And, listen, I'm ready.
Hopefully
I'm ready to make that transition.
hopefully it actually happens. Absolutely. Before
Marisol,
you go, my producer's going to kill me. I know.
Yes.
I act a fool. That's what I do. Before I let you go, you have played baseball in your life. You actually have played. Tell me your position and Yankees or Mets.
Okay, center field and Yankees, baby.
You know what? I still love you, and the tri-state knows that I have love in my heart for both teams. Un abrazo, JW Cortes. Take care, Betty.
Thank
back
you
to
so
you.
much, Marisol.